everybody. Welcome to another podcast. Wolfpack Cigar Club here. Craft Life Social. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? Excited. I'm finally wearing short sleeve shirts.
Thank God, bro.
It
Thank God.
only took a couple of months, man. This winter has been brutal here in the Northeast, but we back outside smoking, man. I believe today's like 60s, low 60s, but
Oh, well.
hey, we back out with short sleeves, man. So that's a good thing.
Nice, bro. Now, I know we've been out for a while. I think the last video we did was over a month ago. But, it's been due to the weather conditions for roughly up there
Yeah,
in PA, Pennsylvania. The winter this year has been crazy for them. So,
it's been brutal, man. Been
yeah,
brutal.
so we're gonna get more consistent now that spring is coming very soon. Summer is upon us, so we'll try to keep more consistency. So today we're bringing you guys Blue by My Father. I think this is the first My Father cigar that we ever.
I believe it is, and I'm excited, man, because this is this was released last year in 2025, and it was everybody on the internet
Mm-hmm.
was looking for it, was going all over it. I actually smoked it when in 2025. I don't remember when it was. It was later in the year, but so this is actually the second time that I'm smoking. That I'm
Yeah,
about to smoke this cigar.
yeah. This is about my third time, I think. I remember when it came out last year, everybody was going crazy.
Yeah,
That even in because My Father, it's in all stores, right, online. Everybody sold out. Everybody sold out.
yeah,
People were going
yep.
crazy, trying to find these cigars. So we had a pretty good run on selling this cigar also last year. But then the craziness went down,
I
and now
mean,
you
it
can
always
find it,
happens.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it always happens when it's a new cigar. I mean, it's just like when they drop the top 10 cigars. Those cigars when you try to go to a lounge, they're nowhere to be found. One they unfortunately they get overpriced, and two, you just can't find them because that's that's what they're there for, man, so that they could be appealing to the crowd and people go out and buy it. And this was definitely one of those cigars that that when it hit the market, man, it took off. And first thing off the rip, man, the band is beautiful. I mean,
yeah,
all of the My Father
nice.
bands.
Yes.
One thing that I would never take away from My Father is the presentation
Oh,
of their cigars. The wrapper looks flawless. The construction is like flawless. The wrappers are beautiful. I mean, the colors are vibrant. I mean,
yeah,
there's
no.
nothing that there's nothing like visually. There's nothing wrong with this cigar.
You gotta
It
see
looks
it
like a
inside.
perfect
You gotta see
cigar.
it in the box. Like the box is beautiful.
Yeah, that light blue box. Yeah,
That
it's
light
beautiful, man.
blue color that they chose for the cigar,
Yeah,
and like you were saying, the presentation of My Father's has always been the more on the classic, elegant type of
yeah.
presentation, traditional. With the little coins on the side. So it's not like on the modern type of things that we're seeing nowadays. But
Yep.
and this is, I think the wrapper on this is, I was reading, it's a Connecticut Broadleaf Rosado,
Yeah.
which
Yeah. I do know
something.
that it's Honduran, right? That's it. The
It's
binder
Honduran.
and
The
the
binder
yeah,
on
it's
the filler is
Honduran. Yeah.
Honduran. Yeah, and the one that we're smoking, I think this is the 4.5 by 50, the short robusto.
Yeah, it's a Robusto, yeah.
It got
I know
already
it came
sold
out
out.
in yeah, it only came out in about four.
Four
I think it was
Vitola.
like a Toro, two Toros, and this
I
one,
don't
and I
I don't
guess a
know a
small.
Gordo. Let me tell you right now.
I don't think it was a Gordo. I think it was a Toro and a double Toro. If I
Yeah,
a Gran Toro, I mean,
yeah, they had
maybe
the short robusto, the robusto, which is five and a
yeah.
half by 52. They got the Toro 6 by 54,
Okay.
and yeah, 6 by 60 a Gordo.
Oh damn! All right, so they did make a Gordo. All right.
Yeah, they did make a Gordo.
Okay.
So I mean, so far this is one of those cigars that I like because you have that open draw that you can get a lot of smoke. I don't
Yeah,
know.
beautiful. Oh, forget it, man. Yeah. The draw on these things are beautiful. I mean, look at just starting off, it's a beautiful ash, real nice. and the smoke output on these
Oh yeah.
cigars, man, it's amazing. I mean, off the rip, um, again, I like smoking Nicaraguan tobacco for some reason. I just like, again, I like the spice. This is not overpowering. This is to a
No,
medium body cigar.
medium, medium.
Yeah, medium body cigar. I don't know what they listed at. I haven't looked at I
I
haven't
think
looked
they
at it.
listed as medium to full, not to me.
I'm not really. I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
To me, I don't really see anything. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to find it on mine.
and even on the retro, I don't even think it's a medium. For
Let
me,
me
it's
see.
more mild to medium to me than a solid medium. I think
Yeah.
start
Uh,
right. I mean, I don't know when we get to the high.
yeah. To be like I said, just first light. I mean, I'm on their website. I'm trying to see. It doesn't really give you the strength of it, but I mean, yeah, I see that is the Rosado, the Honduras, and Honduras. All right. Which again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a
No,
very nice smoke. Something that you could smoke pretty much in the daytime, like
in the
in the early
daytime.
morning.
Yeah,
I mean, right now we're recording this is about three. It's 3:30 right now. So and it's a pleasant smoke. Nothing spicy about it.
yeah.
There's nothing harsh. Nothing bitter. Really nice right now. Real smooth.
Hmm. Yeah, to me, at the end of the day, it all depends, right? Like palate preference and stuff. Um,
Yeah.
but this one, being a small Bitola, like out of the four Bitola sizes, if it was a mild to medium, I mean, we should be getting that mild to medium strength already.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me, it's more on
Yeah.
the mild to medium side, no pepper whatsoever.
No. Mm-mm.
Um, it is good. I mean, like you said, for the morning,
Yeah.
midday, like now, what
Yes.
time is it? 3:30
Mm-hmm.
p.m. It's
Yeah.
really good. You know what I'm saying? It's a quick smoke.
Yeah.
I haven't tried the Gordo. I haven't tried the Toro. I
Nah,
haven't
me either.
tried the Robusto. I've only tried this one.
Yeah.
So I can't speak for those sizes. But price wise, what are we looking at?
I forgot what I've been having this one in my humidor for a little bit, so I don't because I
We're
bought
looking
two of them when they came out.
price wise, it's under $10. Let's see. Well, it all depends where you look, where you find
Mm-hmm.
it, right? So price wise, well, we have it at 11 bucks, so you can probably find it cheaper. So I might have to go in and review this
Yeah,
price.
so right now in the store that is very famous here in
Yeah,
Pennsylvania, everybody knows it. They have it a 5 pack for $50, which is good.
yeah, $10.
For this one for the
Yeah,
Robusto, which again, $10 for this smoke, I
oh
will
yeah,
give it all day, every day. I know that in the past, a couple of podcasts that we done, and even the lives that we do, we always stress the importance of the price of these cigars, especially when it's a new drop from a company like this, a legacy brand. Um, like $10, man. That
yeah.
oh man, like
Especially My
I
Father.
could do that. Yeah, I could do that all day, every day. So for $10, you cannot go wrong with
Yeah,
this.
no, no, no. Especially My Father, bro. Nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
prices are now different than before, than years ago. Everything,
Especially the legacy brands.
yeah, legacy brands and
Yeah,
the norm nowadays is $12 a stick, any cigar, right?
yeah,
So finding a My Father at less than $12, for their newest release,
yeah,
it's a banger, bro. Yeah, I'll definitely pay $10 for this cigar any day,
yeah.
any day.
And and again, at the end of the day, you know that you're gonna get a quality smoke with this stuff. Like I know that we always try to push the boutique brands and all of that because we want to show them love. But like we've said before, we do smoke legacy brands. There's nothing wrong with smoking legacy brands here and there. I just don't own I don't have a lot of legacy brand cigars in my box. I know when Yoseli hit me up this morning and he's like, "Yo, you wanna do something today?" I was like, "You know what? I gave him this one, and he was like, "Yo, let's do it." So
Something different. Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
something, yeah. I mean, again, I know that a lot of the stuff that we do is boutique based because that's kind of like what we've been smoking a lot of. But dude, when look at this, man, $10, you cannot go
Yeah,
wrong with a
yeah.
smoke like that.
And we always say it like, like, because I know, like Rafi said, we're always promoting boutique brands and we're always talking about boutique, and that's like our main drive here, But we also smoke legacies. We'll be hypocrites if we
Yeah,
say that
of
we don't
course.
smoke legacies. I mean, we definitely
Yeah,
smoke legacies. I do smoke more boutiques than legacy, but I also smoke legacy.
yep.
And there's some really good legacy brands, bro. Like there's a lot of them,
Hmm.
And my father, bro. I mean, they've been around for ages, right? So
Yeah,
who doesn't know my father, right? So if you guys haven't tried the blue,
yeah,
so far, we're on the first third. It's gonna be a quick smoke because it's a short
yeah.
size, but so far so good. I already smoked it in the past. I have a really good uh, opinion about the stick, right? Especially now, I guess price have reduced. When
Oh
they came
yeah,
out, they were in the $13, $14 range.
yeah.
So I guess they have reduced the prices. So definitely so far we can recommend it. So we're gonna take a little break, guys, and we'll get back to you once we hit the second third. What's going on, guys? What's up? So we're back. This is a short smoke, right? So
It is. It's a very short
I
smoke.
think it's a first third and last third, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because I'm almost, like this is half of the cigar basically. So I'm not gonna wait up to here to go to the last
Yeah.
third. So I mean, strength wise, mild to medium to me, honestly. Mild to medium. This is a cigar we
Yep.
smoke during the daytime, right? Morning,
Yes.
afternoon. I wouldn't smoke it at night unless I don't have any other choice. But I'm saying, like, my choice will be morning time for this cigar. For the people that enjoy coffee, I don't know. I think it will go great with a coffee, I guess.
And
Uh,
it's very not to cut you off, but it looks very deceiving because when you look at this wrap, it's very dark. So when you look at it first, like it looks like like this is the perfect example of a cigar when someone says, "Oh, I want something, I want something real heavy," and all of a sudden you probably will go to this one because it looks very dark,
yes,
and you would think this is gonna be a strong cigar, and this goes to show you that don't fall under the trap of the wrapper color because it's not a strong cigar by any means.
I'll be honest. When I hit the half of the cigar, it became a little bit bitter to me. Like right now, it's very
It
bitter.
did,
Right now, to
yeah, it
me,
did.
at this point, it's very bitter.
Yep.
It has more of the Dominican profile to me, to
It
my
definitely
liking, to my
does.
preferences.
Yep.
Some people might love it. If you're into Dominican cigars, you're gonna
Yeah.
like this cigar. We have a
Yep.
friend in common that he's a member of the club that he loved this steak. I was telling Rafi off camera because we were talking about this, right? Like, oh man, it became a little bit bitter. It's giving me more of the Dominican profile, even though it's Honduran, right? And I mentioned this person, he loves this brand, right? And he's like, oh, so we put one and one together equals two.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this doesn't have Honduran tobacco only, like it says it has, but I don't know. You said criollo, right? It has criollo, right? Criollo
so when
90.
I so when I so I was getting so when I was smoking this after we kind of like paused it, um I just kept getting a distinct taste that I get from cigars that have criollo tobacco. For some reason, it just leaves a dryness in my mouth, a little
Yes.
dryness. And when I looked it up, sure enough, this has criollo in it. It says criollo, but it says Honduran criollo. Again, I'm not aware that criollo. Listen, I might not be so educated that I don't know where all the tobacco is from, but I do know that criollo, whenever I hear the word criollo, is always usually a Dominican cigar. I only know Criollo from Dominican cigars. So this gives me a Dominican profile, like a
Right.
Dominican cigar profile. But it does say, again, I'm not gonna call anybody liars because on their website is listed as a Honduran cigar. So, but to me, this has the characteristics of a Dominican cigar. It's leaving me a little bit of the
100%.
dryness, which is why I'm drinking water. Um, and it's giving me that dryness. Maybe a coffee will be good with this, like a nice espresso. But again, if you're not really into, let me warn you guys. You know how we always warn you guys with the spiciness. If you do not like Criollo tobacco, you might not like this one.
Yeah.
Because it does give you that dryness, like aftertaste. Again, that's not a bad thing. It's
Yeah.
just your palate. If you're not used to it, you're probably not gonna enjoy the cigar. So just keep that in mind whenever you're smoking this cigar.
Yeah, the thing is that it's all how you season your palate. I guess we have
Yes,
seasoned our palate to Nicaraguan profile, right?
yes,
That when we go outside of that and we taste something different, we pick it up right away. It's like my own culture, we're Caribbean, so we're used to the Caribbean seasoning, right? When we go into like Asian or European cuisine and then you taste
yeah,
something like shit, this is completely different because you're
yeah.
seasoned,
You know it. Yeah,
to something that you're used to.
yep.
So I guess this is the same thing with this. I'm not an expert either. Like Rafi said, I didn't know there was criollo in Honduras. To be honest with you, and I'm sorry to anybody watching this. You guys might be
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
yeah. I
you're an
mean,
idiot."
yeah,
I mean, it's not that I'm an idiot. It's just that I'm not an expert
yeah,
because I'm not out there in the fields working tobacco.
yeah,
But it's the first time I hear criollo from Honduras, so
yeah,
it, it's very similar to the Dominican criollo because for me it's the same thing with Rafi. Dry mouth, very
yep.
bitter. Like it's very bitter to me now. Like to the
Which is
point where I'm
good.
about to, yeah,
Yeah, which is good when you learn things like that
yeah,
because now if somebody was to tell me, "Oh, yo, you got to taste the cigar. You got to look at the cigar, man. It's Honduran and all of that." Now, my next question would be, does it have like, you know, a criollo filler in it? Like, I would love to know that detail because if it does, then I know I got to be careful smoking it because I'm gonna have
exactly.
to, it's gonna be that judging factor. Because again, we're spending money on this, so we want to make
Yeah,
sure that we're smoking something that we're gonna enjoy. And me personally, I don't really enjoy that dryness because again, dude, I'll go through a bottle of water.
yeah, yeah. So I agree with we're on the same page here. I agree with Rafi. We got, I would say, a similar profile, taste profile, similar.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. I could say so.
yeah, so if I have to rate this cigar, in my opinion, I know it's a My Father cigar, and I know they're been going in the industry for many, many, many years. If I would have to rate this cigar for me, the things that was killing me is the bitterness in this
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
So I will give it a seven, bro. That's my rating, seven. Again, what might be a seven to me might be a nine for you, or whatever it is. This is my own opinion. I still recommend it. If you haven't tried it, go ahead and try it. They have decreased the price on these cigars drastically, so you can find this cheaper than when it got released. When it got released, was on the $13 to $16 range. Now we just saw it like around $10 range, even $9.50 range. So, we only have one size on the store. This one, the short robusto, but 100% recommend. Try it. Have your own opinion. To me, it's a solid seven.
Hmm. And you know what? I'm agree with you. That's actually the number that I had in my mind, a seven. Because one thing that I am gonna give it thing is the price. For a $10 stick, this is really good. And now I know why another one of my friends likes this cigar because he's a Dominican cigar smoker,
Oh,
and now I know why he likes this cigar as well. So, um, so now it makes sense because again, this has if you're a Dominican cigar smoker, you might like this cigar. Um, there's a I would say that there's a high probability of you loving this cigar because it
Uh,
gives me the characteristics of a Dominican cigar. Now, again,
100%.
it's saying that it's Honduran, but for me, I would definitely, if it was a blind test, I would say that this is a Dominican cigar.
Oh yeah,
Um, but I would give it a 7 because one, the price point, man, of my father for $10, you cannot beat that. You're gonna get a consistent smoke. I'm still getting a white ash,
oh yeah.
beautiful burn, the smoke output.
Good
Um,
construction. Yeah, no
the
good draw.
dryness is, yeah, the dryness is a little overpowering, but
Yes.
if you like that, it's gonna be a beautiful smoke. The construction of it is beautiful. I did a V cut on it and it cut it really, really nice. Um, the one thing that I would like now with that I'm getting the warmer weathers and everybody out there like that has humidors that lives like in time zones like me in a coast like me. um just make sure that you guys are humidifying those cigars right, because when you do cuts like V cuts and all of that, that they're V cuts could be
Oh yeah.
very
Oh yeah.
violent to a cigar.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to be careful, but it cut right through. And listen, if I'm gonna give this cigar one complaint, it's that. But the only issue is that for me, it's a big factor because I am not a fan of criollo whatsoever. But other than that, man, I'll give it a 7, bro. Like again, I'm not gonna disrespect the cigar. It's a beautiful cigar. Everything about it is great. That's the only issue that I have. But I'm gonna give it a 7 because it's we got to be honest with ourselves, and
Yeah.
we got to respect what our palates. And so I'll give it a 7 all day, man.
7, 7 solid. And again, that's our honest opinion. I mean, it's again, what killed me was what drove me to that conclusion was the bitterness.
Yeah,
I don't deal good with bitterness in cigars, right? Because again, I'm used to some other type of profile, but it's still a good construction, good draw, no tunneling, no relighting.
mm-mm.
It was burning really good, white ash. The
Did
white
not
ash.
did not Yeah, I didn't retouch it at all, not even off
No, not at
camera,
all.
nothing. Beautiful,
Not at
bro.
all. Really good smoke output, which I love. But just on the profile, on the flavor profile, it kind of took another route for me. I don't. I remember the first time trying the cigar, I didn't get that.
I don't remember it being like this. Maybe it's because it's
Yeah,
been in my humidor for a while and it
probably,
actually
probably, probably.
cured well or whatever, because
Yeah,
I maintain my humidors.
yeah,
um and I don't know, maybe, I don't know. It's just weird that I'm getting. I don't remember this with the first time that I
yeah. Me
smoked it.
neither,
So
me neither. But like you said, it was probably sitting at the humidor for a couple months, and it was still cooking itself, and it got to this point of and it is what it is. And again, we all have different profile tastes, man. So again, 100% recommended. Go ahead and find it if you can. If you want, try it. If you haven't tried it, it's the latest release by My Father, the Blue. So you can find it anywhere, everywhere nowadays. We have it on the store as well. So with that said, I think Rafi, that's it. 7 solid for
that's
this
it,
one.
man. Yes, sir, man.
All right, guys.
Beautiful, man.
So make sure to follow us. Grab Live Social on Instagram, Wolfpack Cigar Club on Instagram, www.wolfpackcigarclub.com. We keep adding more brands as months go by. We are bringing, I think it's like 5 or 6 new brands now to the store. All of them are going to be boutiques. So, follow us. If you want to join the club, let me know. Send us a message. I'll let you know what the one time requirement is. And thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you, guys.